Hey, what's up everyone? This is going to be your guide on how to use Doomsday. So Doomsday's forward walk, when he gets going, is actually kind of fast, but his back walk, not as much. But he can actually do like a Korean backdash or a Korean back walk by tapping the back button, but you can't tap it too fast or you'll get the backdash. His forward dash is pretty good. His backdash goes far-ish, but it has like really slow recovery frames. And his jump speed is pretty good, especially for a heavy. He has the jump speed and the best jump speed of all the heavies in the game, because the other three heavies with Lex, Bane, and Grundy have really slow, floaty jumps, but Doomsday doesn't have it as much, and his body splash makes his momentum go faster. Now onto the normals. Stand 1 is 10 frames, which is horrible. Most of Doomsday's buttons are pretty slow, and you're missing out on a lot of punishes for having a stand 1 that's 10 frames, unfortunately. His stand 3 is a mid, and is plus on block, but it has a lot of pushback on block, so you can't really do too much with it. It does have a follow-up in 3-3, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Onto his forward 2. It's a 21 frame overhead, which is on the slower side, but it does reach pretty far, and it's pretty good to use in footsies to try to whiff punish. That's going to be like your main whiff punishing tool in neutral outside of down 1. Now for Doomsday's actual down 1, I believe it's the farthest reaching down 1 in the game, even including Martian Manhunter with trait. It could be the same distance, but I want to say Doomsday's a slightly farther reach. But it's only -2, it's 7 frame startup, and you can just spam the hell out of that thing. It's going to be one of your main tools. Down 3, it has pretty good range, both vertically and horizontally. It's -8 on block, unfortunately, so 6 framers can punish it. But it's going to be your main mix-up tool along with Earthshake, which we'll cover more Earthshake in a little bit. And you have to kind of space out down 3 so you don't get punished by the 6 frame down 1s. It's especially hard against Martian. Unfortunately for Doomsday, he has a horrible down 2, so you're not really going to be able to anti-air with this, especially against the stronger jump-ins. And you're just going to have to resort to the air grab, which we'll talk about later in the video. Now onto some strings. 1-1-2, it's +3 on block and has no gap, but the problem with it is 1-1 likes to whiff a lot, and 1-2-3 is +2 on block, but has a gap after the second hit that you can backdash out of. And 1-2 also likes to whiff, similar to 1-1. Then back 1 is a slow overhead that's +2 on block, just a decent stagger. Back 1-3 is +7 on block, just a follow-up after back 1. Has some decent pushback and plus frames, pretty useful in the corner. Back 2 is slow, but is +1 on block, and it just looked kind of cool. Back 2-3-1 is +2 on block, just a 3-hit string, and is also special cancelable. Pretty nice refresher. And then the main plus frames that you'll be using is from 3-3, which is +10 on block. It stems from a stand 3, which is 14 frames, which is pretty fast. And it being +10 on block, it's pretty hard to get out of when you're up close to your opponent, especially in the corner. So you could kind of just keep looping this, but unfortunately, at certain distances, it does have whiffing issues. So you've got to be pretty close to use it and not have it whiff. And then 2-2-1 +3. This is a grab at the end of the string, and for some reason it grabs the opponent even if you jump, but to escape this you just have to time your backdash, interrupt with the normal or string, or armor. And then for Doomsday's throw, this is going to be something you use a lot, and Doomsday has, I believe he has the farthest reaching throw in the game, or is tied for the farthest reaching throw with some other characters, and it feels like it has more active frames than other throws, but you got to be using his throw a lot, and more on his throw later in the video. Now onto some special moves, starting with Upward Venom. This is going to be Doomsday's wake up attack, and unfortunately he's got a weak wake up game. It's super unsafe on block, and if you meter burn it, he does a follow up stomp that hits mid that is also unsafe. If you land that hit on its own, it launches. But the thing is, it hits mid, so you can always just crouch block it, and it either whiffs and you punish it, or you block it and you punish it. Now Supernova, on the way up, it's blockable, but on the way down, it's unblockable. And it always lands in the same spot, no matter what you do. So unfortunately, your opponent can just forward dash this and punish it. And if you meter burn it, it tracks the opponent anywhere on the screen. But again, they can forward dash it and punish it. It's mainly just used for a combo ender. Now his air snatch, this is your main anti-air, and it's got lots of priority. If you meter burn it, it does more damage and more hit advantage. Really big hitbox. It's very lenient. Even if you have like a late reaction to your opponent jumping, you still can have a chance to anti-air them and grab them. It's very lenient, really good anti-air. And you could do some nice setups in the corner with this. That was a cross-up body splash setup. And if you slightly delay your body splash, it won't cross up, so it's kind of ambiguous. This is air grab meter burn setup. Similar concept. You're fishing for a body splash mind game. That one didn't cross up. You do that by doing your body splash earlier to make it not cross up. And to cross up, you delay your body splash. Now onto Doomsday's trait. It's just hyper armor, and there's some moves that you can punish on hit. So for example, Martian's back to 3-3-3 string is safe on block normally, but you can punish it if you let yourself get hit by it. Here are some other examples of safe moves that you can punish on hit, like his psionic push. Usually Martian players will use this on wake up, and there's other wake ups that you can punish from Martian, like scoop or teleport. And with Aquaman, this is really crucial. You can punish Trident Rush on hit with this move. So he's essentially kind of scared to use Trident Rush in some instances if you have trait. And trait also reduces the chip damage you take. I think Trident Rush, if memory serves, is like 16.5% on block. But with trait, it's I think cut in half. And if you get hit with some moves while you're in trait, you kind of have like a weird, like awkward hit reaction. So you may or may not be able to punish in some scenarios like this. It's not always reliable. When you're using trait, you never want to use meter burn back 3 or forward 3, because the armor that you get from meter burn forward 3 or back 3 just gets ignored, because your hyper armor will activate before your super armor. So you can't stack like the armor, or you can't have the super armor and then the hyper armor. It's always your hyper armor that gets targeted first. I'm going to call this move shoulder charge because it's normally called Venom, but Bane, it just reminds me of Bane and his Venom. But by itself, it's punishable. If you meter burn it, it's +6 on block, which is good for block pressure, and it just has a lot of corner carry. And you can also meter burn it as soon as possible, to the point to where the first hit doesn't even come out and it goes straight to the armor, and it has 2 hits of armor. It also has a huge hitbox, so you can sometimes hit people out of the air in the corner and convert off of it. Now onto Earthshake. I'm going to mainly cover the meter burn version one first, but the meterless one is an overhead low, -1 on block, hard knockdown. The meter burn version is a low launching single hit +2 on block launcher. But unfortunately, you can't land back 3 off of this move by itself. You have to do down 2 into back 3, which means Doomsday gets scaled damage combos, unfortunately. The exception to this is if you do stand 3 meter burn Earthshake to avoid the down 2 scaling, because you can actually land a back 3 off of that, but it's very specific, unfortunately. Here are some combos you can do off of meter burn Earthshake. So stand 3 meter burn Earthshake isn't always reliable. It can whiff, unfortunately, depending on where you hit it on the opponent. And Doomsday, by all means, is not a combo like he's not a combo master, unfortunately. So there's not many combos to show off with him. He also can't do down one in the meter burn Earthshake or interactable bounce. So no down one combos for Doomsday, unfortunately. Most of the roster has down one combos, unlike him. And if you try to do a block string in a meter burn Earthshake, there will be a gap in it unless you do stand 3 or back 2 3-1. Those strings are gapless into meter burn Earthshake. Now Earthshake is a hard knockdown, as I said. So Catwoman tech rolled the stand 3. Earthshake did not. And if you land Earthshake on an airborne opponent and the low part of it whiffs, it'll splat the opponent with just the overhead, and they can tech roll it. So at that point, it's not a hard knockdown. It's only the low that makes it a hard knockdown. And down one Earthshake does have a gap in it. You can backdash it, but you have to time it well. As you can see, I had a hard time backdashing down one Earthshake when I was trying to escape it. And most armored attacks will just get broken unless it's your super move. So all these moves that you see are hard knockdowns, and as I said earlier about Doomsday's throw, it's really far reaching, and it looks like you're on the ground, but you can still get grabbed by Doomsday. So these moves that you use that are hard knockdowns will help you set up these throws, and you can sometimes set up like shimmy situations, like you make them think you're gonna throw, but you could do like meter burn back 3 or something. And the cool thing about these hard knockdowns too is with your forward dash, if you time it correctly, you can reverse your opponent's wake ups, and this is really good for wake ups that are normally safe on block, like Catwoman's cat claws, and you can reverse the wake up, make it whiff, and then punish it. And there's other wake ups that applies to as well, like Martian's push. So the only problem that Doomsday faces with this anti-wake up tech is there's a mechanic in Injustice 1 that I coined as, I call it late wake up, not to be confused with delay wake up, which delay wake up doesn't exist in this game. But late wake up is where you dial in your wake up attack just a few frames later than normal, and your wake up attack will come out a little later than normal. So that throws off the anti-wake up tech that I showed you with Doomsday that makes your wake ups face the wrong way. So Doomsday has to guess whether you're going to do a regular wake up timing or a late wake up timing. So it's kind of hard to pin down your opponent sometimes if they know about the late wake up mechanic. Not too much of a shocker here, but Doomsday's a heavy, so he can throw interactables like that. And his super move is 10 frame startup, minus 15 on block with some decent horizontal range and okay vertical range. It can anti-air and snatch people. And just my thoughts on Doomsday. You know, I play this game still to this day with my brother, and we have a good understanding of the game. And I think at a high level, he's unfortunately low tier. I think he's one of the most overrated characters in this game, unfortunately, because at a high level, you're going to block Earthshake a majority of the time. And if you know about the late wake-up timing stuff, it really throws off his Okizeme and trying to reverse your wake-ups. So, unfortunately, it's just kind of an uphill battle for him, and he has one of the worst wake-ups in the game, too. And I think his hyper armor just has way too long of cooldown. So all these drawbacks, oh yeah, no down one combos, all these drawbacks just kind of, I think, just make him one of the most overrated in this game, unfortunately. So you really got, like, as much of a nut as he is and allows you to play, against a high level opponent, you really got to play your ass off, honestly, to win with him. But that's Doomsday for you guys. Let me know what you guys think of Doomsday in this guide. And like always, I'll show you some modern day footage of what Doomsday would look like in modern times. 2026.